taking it while he's looking. Now, I don't doubt that these guys were robbers. They probably did a little bit of both, but the old text calls them thieves. Point I'm trying to make is I want you to see kind of how the prayer and Jesus' response ran parallel. Back up. Back up, but let's see. The man said to Jesus, then he said to Jesus, Lord, remember me. All right, he calls him Lord. Jesus says, I say to you. Jesus addressed him. In this context, Dr. Simmons, he said to him, Lord, if we accept the text now, Lord, Jesus said, yeah, and to you, I say to you, assuredly or verily. How many says verily? How many says something else? I'll tell you the truth. Verily, verily means truly, truly. The word verily means truly. The New King James Version says assuredly, but the essence of it is Jesus is saying, I'm going to tell you the truth. Here's the truth. He says, remember me. Jesus said, you will be with me. Just trying to give you the parallel of how Jesus was fulfilling everything he said. Jesus addressed it back. He says, remember me. Jesus said, you'll be with me. The guy says, when you come into your kingdom. He says, when? Jesus said, today. Everything that he said to Jesus, Jesus came back and gave him a fulfilled answer. Matter of fact, he bettered his request. Jesus didn't say, when the end of the world comes, then I'll come and get you. The guy only said, remember me when, as if that was going to be some future date. He said when. Jesus said today. Remember me. You'll be with me. Lord, I say to you. You just spoke to me. I say to you. Now, the reason why I bring this up, and the reason why this is so important, see, the more I study the scriptures, the more, if this makes sense to you, the more I relax. Not lay back. I ain't talking about lay back. It makes me the more urgent about what I'm doing, but it also makes me know that this ain't on my own. There are no circumstances that we can set right that'll make a person come to Christ. Now, plenty of them will join church, but it's according to what is our objective. You got a lot of people joining the church. Man, they love that choir. Oh, man, I enjoy coming here and hearing him preach. If they are only concerned about the circumstances, then our circumstances will fluctuate from week to week. Because sometimes the choir's on, as we say. Oh, man, they on today. I used to hear the old sisters say up in here, Joe Harden's mama used to always say it, if Joe was here, he'd smile. Sister Harden, we used to say, it was right up in here today. She'd say that all the time. And we know what we mean. No harm in what we were saying. We were just saying what we were saying. It was right up in here today. Everything was, sort of been like that, was like that yesterday. And even last Sunday, just, sometimes you can just walk in and cut it. It's just that, you walk in and it's just electric. But the point is, If an individual only makes a step, what we call a step toward Christ, they joined the church based on that it was right up in here, then what about when it ain't right up in here? Yes.
Does that, because they made that step, are they considered a disciple?
A disciple is what? What is a disciple? Even more specific. A learner. A learner. See, no. There's a difference between a follower and a learner. See, Jesus said, take my yoke upon you, and you got to learn of him. Now, a lot of folk follow Jesus out of curiosity, and a lot of them followed him because they were amazed at his miracles. And a lot of them were following him because he was feeding them. Circumstances. Yes. Yes, good point. Bad move. Many of us may have been guilty, all of us may have been guilty sometime of making moves and decisions based on feelings. But feelings, in the true definition of feelings, is all right. All religion have emotions in them, but all emotions ain't religion, if I can use the term loosely. Feelings, there's a great distinction between feelings and faith. Just because somebody feels good ain't got nothing to do with faith. That guy that was dying on the cross, was he feeling good? That guy probably felt worse than he ever felt in his life. Ain't no doubt about it. He's in pain. He's dying. Every conceivable physical thing is going on bad inside him. Feelings, someone says, is like a caboose on a train. It's hooked on, but it ain't of much use. There's nothing that a caboose does to help the train go on down the track. It could just as easily be detached, and the train would never be affected. You put a caboose in front of a train, it don't move it 1 inch down the track because it ain't nothing to it. Yes, ma'am.
Just like the thief on the cross wanted God to remember him, isn't it a human characteristic for us too to want to be remembered? And the fact that he did ask God to remember him, and the reason I say that is because on specific occasions we want to be remembered, and so that in itself to me represents that was a human characteristic, and even Jesus wants us to remember him.
Yes and no. Now, let me qualify what I'm saying. I'm not trying to put a puncture in your point. Certainly, we see up here, remember me. But the remember me was for something that he did. Now, the reason why I'm trying to qualify this man saying it, if it was just a human response, what was wrong with this other guy? He's dying too. But that was something that happened on the inside. Okay, so I'm saying tonight I'm trying to give special emphasis that was a conversion spirit that took place. So it really wasn't human. It was spirit. The Spirit of God put a conversion prayer in his heart. So it was not like, don't forget me now. No, this was